all, welcome back to the Books Are Everywhere. So far this video you should have seen some clips of Hay-on-Wye from last week. Yes, I am really late filming the rest of this video, and I also had a lovely day out on Sunday, so I included some clips from there. Went to a lovely big Waterstones, one of our flagship stores, and it's kind of rare where I get to like properly browse. So I spent the day with my lovely friends B and Alex, and we spent the day just like walking around shopping, which is not something I normally do. And we all bought books from Waterstones, and it was just really lovely to like actually spend that time properly browsing a shop and deciding what I wanted to buy. And I feel like because I used to work in a Waterstones, I used to spend so much of my time around books and I would naturally pick stuff up. Since I've stopped working in an actual physical shop, I don't do that so much, so it's nice to actually have the time every so often where I can look at new releases and see if there's anything I've missed, if there's any editions that I want to pick up, things like that. So I thought I would just end this video, and yeah, this isn't like a long video, but I thought I'd just talk to you about the books that I bought from Hay-on-Wye and from my weekend. So I did only buy one book from Hay-on-Wye. I don't tend to find that much stuff in Hay. I feel like if it's a place you've never been before, then it's a really exciting place to visit. You're probably bound to find a lot more. But I don't buy that many books secondhand, and I guess because I do get a lot from work or from publishers, it's not so much of a treasure trove of new stuff that I've never seen before or things like that for me. But I do love browsing Hay-on-Wye. I love some of the bookshops there. I love all of the bookshops, but some in particular I absolutely love, like Richard Booth's. I love the cinema bookshop. I really like, they have a box of old postcards. I love looking through those. I do have some on my wall I got from there. Didn't find any this time, but just I love the idea of like looking through postcards, especially if they have writing on them. And I also got to visit a new bookshop in Hay-on-Wye, which is where I bought my only book from of the trip, and that was Hay-on-Wye. Great name. It's an independent LGBTQ plus bookshop in Hay, just off the kind of Market Square area, and it was so beautiful. It was such a lovely little shop. I love the selection they had. I was torn between a couple of things from there, but I settled on the first volume of Moonstruck by Grace Ellis, Shea Beagle, and I don't know if that's 3 different authors under, it's like 3 different creators underneath, or if it's one person. So inside, writer Grace Ellis, artist Shea Beagle, artist Kate Leth, colourist Caitlin Quirk, letterer Clayton Cowles, editor and designer Lauren McCubbin. And I've wanted to read this for quite a long time. There is more volumes than this. This collects 1 to 5, issues 1 to 5 of, I guess, what would have been a comic initially. And it's a fantasy humour romance, apparently, as it says by the ISBN. It's set in a little college town of Blytheton. It's got monsters, romance, and magical hijinks. And there's fantasy creatures living in this town alongside humans. So there's a werewolf, a barista called Julie, who strives to be normal. All hell breaks loose when she and her new girlfriend Selena go on a disastrous first date that ends with a magician casting a horrible spell on their friend Ched. Now it's up to the team of mythical pals to stop the illicit illusionist before it's too late. I've always thought this one sounded like so much fun, and the art style also looks quite fun, and I really like the colours in here too. And I have wanted to pick this up for a long time, and I think it was hard to get the first volume for a while or something, so I just thought I would finally pick the first one in this series up and see how I find it. Then, as I said, at the weekend I did buy some more books. I bought 3 books from our trip to Waterstones, which I'm very happy about. The first one that I bought I'm actually currently reading, and that is the Delegate Dream Department Store by Mealy. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but as I said, I am currently reading this. It's our monthly book club pick, the book club that I go to, but I'm not going to be able to make the actual date for the book club, but I have been intrigued by this for a while anyway, so kind of just use that as an excuse to pick it up. This one is a Korean bestseller, and it's following a character called Penny, who is basically set in this world where, from what I can gather so far, you can buy dreams and go to sleep and, yeah, dream about whatever you want and whatever you have bought. Apparently it's a duology, and there is like a snippet of the next book in the back, which is Return to the Delegate Dream Department Store. But she gets a job at the Delegate Dream Department Store where you can buy dreams, and it's following kind of her, the people who work at the department store, and some of the characters as well. And I really like it so far. I'm about a quarter of the way through, just over. And it's quite easy to read, easy to follow. I feel like it has got this, obviously, this fantastical, whimsical element to it. If you suspend disbelief, then it's really enjoyable. And I feel like this was... It felt like it was up my street, and so far I am really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to continuing with this one, and I don't think it will take me too long to read as well. I only started this last night and I'm already 70 pages in. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this one goes. Sometimes translated fiction daunts me quite a lot. I'm never sure if the writing is going to translate as being quite literate, or like a, by literate I mean like a literary book, or if it's going to be like more easier to read. I think I've read a few where I found them more literary. Maybe literate wasn't the right word then, I don't know. But yeah, I found some more literary, so I am daunted by them sometimes, even if they're quite short. But this one I am enjoying so far, and I'm finding it quite easy to pick up, so I got that one. I also bought Mina and the Cult by Amy McCall, and I've read the first two books in this series and I love them. The first one is set in New Orleans. It's about vampires, and there's like a found family and friends, and it's just fun. There's mystery elements to this story. I love the design of these paperbacks, and this one is also signed by Amy McCall, so I can add this to my collection. This one's come out this year, and I don't know what this actually entails in terms of how it follows on from the other books in the series, but they are really fun and I really enjoyed them, so I am looking forward to getting to this one, probably more in the autumnal time of year rather than right now, but I'm glad that I have it to add to my collection. And last but not least, I also picked up Queen Bee by Juno Dawson, which is a novella in the Her Majesty's Royal Coven series, which I really like, and that is a witchy series set in, oh my god, I cannot remember where it's set. Somewhere in Yorkshire. Cannot remember. Anyway, Hebden Bridge. It's set in Hebden Bridge, I'm pretty sure. I really enjoy that series. It's a fantasy, obviously it's surrounding a coven of witches, but it's also set in the real world. It's really easy to read, and it's also quite fast paced and has some kind of mystery elements to it too. This one is a novella that's just come out, which is about the original coven, the story of the beautiful and bewitching Anne Boleyn, Witch Queen. And I won't read you like the whole synopsis, but it says at the bottom, in this gripping, propulsive, sultry novella, we're taking back to the bloody beginnings of Her Majesty's Royal Coven to show us the strength, steel and sacrifice it takes to make a sisterhood. So yeah, I am looking forward to picking this one up too. I feel like I did get like easier reads or shorter reads, which I am not mad about. This one is only like just over 150 pages and the text is really big too. So I feel like I actually might read this fairly soon, and I think I'll get through it really quickly. I got through the Her Majesty's Royal Coven books really quickly too. I found them really compelling, and they're probably over 500-600 pages each. So I feel like this one definitely I would probably read in a day, and I'm looking forward to that and getting back into this world, albeit in a very different way. So yeah, those are the books that I picked up from my trip to Hay and my trip out at the weekend. I also did an organised like run on Sunday with B and Alex and Alex's fiance Jez, and I got a personal best 5k, so I was really happy with that. And I just had a really nice Sunday hanging out with them and going to bookshop and things like that, just going shopping. It was just really lovely, so I was really happy with that. Anyway, I'm gonna head off now, but thank you so much for watching this quite short video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I just feel like it's maybe a once a year thing that I actually visit Hay, so I thought it was a nice thing to include on a vlog, include that footage somewhere. And I did get a few books over the course of the end of last week, so I thought, why not show you guys a couple of bookish trips I had. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time in the next video. Bye.